Have you ever wondered what it feels like to witness thousands of pounds of seafood being hauled from the ocean in a matter of minutes? Across the world's oceans, fishermen battle towering waves, freezing temperatures, and relentless exhaustion every single day. Some rely on techniques that have survived for centuries. Others operate with machines so powerful they can lift catches weighing more than an entire freight train. From the icy waters surrounding Japan to the tropical coastlines of Southeast Asia, every fishing ground tells a completely different story. Some harvests depend on patience. Others demand perfect teamwork. And a few require incredible courage, where one small mistake could cost a life. Today, we are taking a journey through some of the most fascinating seafood harvesting operations ever recorded. Each location reveals a unique way of working with the sea. Each catch demonstrates years of experience passed down through generations. Some fishermen depend on ancient traditions. Others trust modern technology capable of locating enormous schools of fish hidden hundreds of feet beneath the surface. No matter the method, every successful haul begins with determination long before sunrise. Our first destination takes us to Japan, where one of the country's oldest fishing traditions continues to thrive. Long before daylight reaches the horizon, crews quietly prepare their equipment. The harbor remains calm. Engines begin to rumble. Ropes are carefully inspected. Every crew member already knows exactly where they need to stand once the fishing begins. Today's target is Yellowtail. These fast-swimming fish travel in large schools and are highly valued throughout Japan for their firm texture and rich flavor. Instead of chasing the fish across the ocean, these fishermen rely on an ingenious system of massive stationary nets. The nets are positioned well before the fish arrive. As migrating schools naturally pass through the area, they are gently guided into an enclosed chamber where escape becomes almost impossible. Once the captain confirms the school has entered the trap, the entire crew immediately springs into action. Dozens of fishermen pull together in perfect rhythm. Heavy ropes tighten. Hydraulic equipment slowly raises sections of the enormous net. The deeper the net rises, the more the water begins to boil. Thousands of silver bodies flash beneath the surface. Within moments, the entire sea appears alive. The school circles rapidly, searching for an opening that no longer exists. As the net reaches the surface, countless yellowtail fill every corner of the enclosure. Large brailing nets begin lifting fish aboard in enormous loads. Each lift brings hundreds of pounds onto the deck. Workers waste no time. Fresh fish are immediately sorted according to size and quality. Only the healthiest specimens continue toward the refrigerated storage area. The process moves with remarkable speed because freshness determines value. Every extra minute under the sun can reduce the quality of premium seafood. Experienced fishermen can estimate the total catch simply by watching how the fish move inside the net. Some days produce only a moderate harvest. Other days create unforgettable moments. A single haul may be worth millions of yen before the boat even returns to port. For generations, this traditional method has continued to support countless coastal communities across Japan. Along the coast of Vietnam, night is when the real work begins. As daylight disappears, fishing boats slowly spread across the calm sea. One by one, powerful lights illuminate the darkness. From a distance, the boats resemble floating cities glowing across the water. These bright lights serve a very important purpose. Anchovies naturally gather around strong sources of light during the night. Thousands of tiny fish begin swimming closer. Then tens of thousands arrive. Soon, an entire shimmering cloud surrounds the vessel. The fishermen remain surprisingly patient. No one rushes. Everyone understands that timing determines success. Only when the school reaches its greatest concentration does the captain finally give the signal. Massive nets begin closing around the glowing water. Powerful winches slowly pull the heavy catch toward the surface. The weight increases with every passing minute. Crew members brace themselves as the ropes tighten under enormous pressure. Suddenly, the first silver fish spill across the deck. Then another wave follows. Moments later, thousands upon thousands of anchovies pour from the net like a living waterfall. The wooden floor completely disappears beneath a blanket of shimmering silver. Everywhere the crew looks, fresh fish continue sliding across the deck. Workers quickly shovel the catch into large containers packed with crushed ice. The speed is incredible. Fresh anchovies are highly perishable. Immediate cooling helps preserve both texture and flavor before the boats head back toward shore. Although each fish is small, the combined harvest can reach several tons in a single successful night. For many coastal families, these nighttime expeditions provide their primary source of income throughout the fishing season. As dawn slowly approaches over Vietnam's coastline, another crew thousands of miles away faces an entirely different challenge. Instead of tiny schooling fish, they are searching for one of the strongest creatures living beneath the sea. Off the rugged coastline of South Korea, giant octopus fishing demands strength, endurance, and patience. The ocean here is rarely calm. Powerful swells constantly rock the vessels. Heavy trap lines disappear hundreds of feet below the surface. Each trap rests quietly on the seabed, waiting for curious octopuses to crawl inside. After many hours, retrieval begins. Hydraulic haulers slowly lift each line from the deep. One by one, heavy traps emerge from the water. Some contain nothing. Others hold surprisingly large octopuses whose powerful arms immediately wrap around the steel cages. The crew carefully removes each animal while avoiding the strong suction of its tentacles. Even experienced fishermen treat these catches with great respect. Every giant octopus represents significant value at local seafood markets. Occasionally, an extraordinary specimen appears. A massive octopus weighing nearly 100 pounds can excite the entire crew. Everyone gathers around to admire its impressive size before carefully securing it for transport. After the final trap is emptied, fresh bait is prepared. The cages return to the ocean once again. Tomorrow's harvest depends on today's preparation. While South Korea battles rough waves, fishermen much farther north face an even harsher environment. The freezing waters near Russia are home to one of the world's richest black cod fisheries. Here, temperatures remain brutally cold for much of the year. Large commercial vessels rely on heavy hydraulic systems powerful enough to recover enormous fishing gear from deep beneath the surface. As the machinery roars into action, thick steel cables tighten under tremendous strain. Slowly, giant nets begin rising from the darkness below. Water pours endlessly back into the sea. Then the catch finally appears. Thousands of black cod fill the massive net. Instead of dumping everything across the deck, specialized equipment directs the fish straight into refrigerated storage below. This simple system reduces handling time while preserving freshness immediately after harvest. On productive nights, several tons of fish can be landed before sunrise. The operation never stops. Every crew member performs a precise role. Machines continue operating without interruption. Time is valuable. Freshness is even more valuable. Yet among all traditional fishing methods around the world, one practice stands apart from nearly every other. It doesn't depend on giant engines. It doesn't require advanced sonar. Instead, it relies on something humans have used for thousands of years. Fire. And our next destination reveals one of the last places on Earth where this remarkable tradition still survives. Within seconds, towering flames rise into the night sky. The blazing fire reflects across the calm water, creating an unforgettable scene that has fascinated visitors for generations. This unusual method is known as fire fishing. Long before electricity became available, fishermen discovered that certain small fish were naturally attracted to bright flames dancing above the surface. As the light flickers across the waves, schools of fish instinctively swim upward. The crew patiently waits for the perfect moment. Nobody speaks. Every pair of eyes remains fixed on the glowing water beneath the flames. Suddenly, countless silver flashes begin swirling beneath the boat. The fish have arrived. With perfect coordination, large nets are released into the water. Within only a few moments, the fishermen begin hauling them back aboard. Thousands of fish shimmer beneath the burning firelight as they pour onto the deck. For them, it represents far more than a way to earn a living. It is a living piece of cultural history passed from one generation to the next. Farther north, winter transforms the landscape into something even more extraordinary. The ocean itself begins to freeze. For most people, thick sea ice would signal the end of fishing season. Japanese oyster farmers see it differently. After reaching their frozen cultivation grounds, workers unload massive chainsaws specially designed for cutting through thick ice. Powerful engines roar to life. Long rectangular openings are carved into the frozen surface. Dark seawater slowly appears beneath the solid white ice sheet. With access finally created, the real work begins. Heavy cultivation ropes extending deep below the surface are slowly pulled upward. Each rope emerges carrying countless oysters tightly attached along its length. The clusters appear almost endless. Years of careful cultivation have transformed each rope into a living underwater farm. Workers remove the oysters before transferring them into large containers for cleaning and grading. Despite the freezing temperatures surrounding them, the harvest continues without interruption. Every movement is deliberate. Every minute matters. The oysters must reach processing facilities while still at peak freshness. From the icy waters of Japan, we now travel to the Atlantic coast of France. Here, another valuable shellfish supports thousands of coastal livelihoods. Scallops. Unlike oysters grown on suspended ropes, these shellfish naturally live on the seabed. Harvesting them requires an entirely different approach. Large fishing vessels tow heavy steel dredges across carefully managed fishing grounds. As the gear moves along the ocean floor, metal teeth gently rake through the sediment. Scallops are lifted together with sand, shells, small stones, seaweed, and other marine life. When the dredge finally reaches the surface, its contents spill across the deck in an enormous pile. Sorting begins immediately. Experienced crew members separate market-sized scallops from everything else. Undersized shellfish are returned whenever possible. Large amounts of unwanted debris are removed before the valuable catch is packed into storage bins. The entire operation requires speed, precision, and years of experience. Back in warmer tropical waters, another predator dominates the next harvest. Barracuda. These sleek hunters travel in fast-moving schools while chasing smaller baitfish. Their predictable behavior makes them suitable for carefully positioned fixed net systems. Once the school enters the fishing area, escape becomes increasingly difficult. The fishermen patiently allow the nets to do their work. After several hours, the catch is finally brought aboard. Long, silver barracudas glisten under the sunlight. Their razor-sharp teeth remind everyone aboard that careful handling is essential. Despite their intimidating appearance, these fish remain highly valued throughout many seafood markets. The net strains under their combined weight. Crew members remain focused. Every movement has been practiced countless times before. Brailing nets repeatedly lift massive loads onto the deck. Within a relatively short time, hundreds of pounds of salmon have been secured. Each fish is quickly chilled to preserve premium quality before transportation to market. While salmon dominate many northern fisheries, another prized crustacean waits beneath the cold waters nearby. Snow crabs. Heavy steel traps disappear beneath the ocean surface for hours before retrieval begins. As each trap reaches the deck, bright orange crabs become visible through the mesh. Workers rapidly open every cage. The crabs are measured carefully. Legal-sized individuals move into holding tanks. Smaller specimens return immediately to the sea. The traps receive fresh bait before beginning another cycle. Every successful haul represents another opportunity for fishing families whose livelihoods depend entirely upon seasonal harvests. Yet not every commercial fishery depends on massive nets or heavy cages. Some rely on hundreds of individual hooks stretching for miles beneath the surface. Our next destination follows crews targeting one of the ocean's fastest and most valuable predators. Tuna. And unlike the fisheries we have already witnessed, this operation demands constant movement across vast open waters. Far beyond the coastline, where land disappears beneath the horizon, tuna fishermen begin another long day on the open ocean. Unlike fixed net fisheries that wait for fish to arrive, these crews must constantly search for fast-moving schools that can travel dozens of miles in only a few hours. Modern sonar systems scan the water below. Radar watches for feeding birds circling overhead. Every sign could reveal the location of thousands of tuna moving beneath the surface. Once a school is located, the crew immediately deploys hundreds of baited lines across the surrounding water. The operation demands speed and precision. Each line must be positioned correctly before the fish change direction. It doesn't take long before the first rod begins to bend violently. A powerful tuna explodes from the water. Within seconds, another strike follows. Then another. The crew moves continuously from one line to the next. Large tuna are pulled aboard one after another. Some fight with incredible strength, forcing fishermen to use every ounce of experience to bring them under control. By midday, the refrigerated hold begins filling rapidly. On an exceptional day, the entire vessel may reach capacity before the afternoon arrives. For countless coastal communities, tuna fishing remains one of the most important sources of income throughout the year. Yet not every fisherman depends on hooks or massive commercial equipment. Their only equipment is a mask, a pair of fins, and a spear gun. Spearfishing is one of the oldest and most demanding forms of harvesting seafood. Every dive becomes a test of patience. The hunter slowly glides through crystal-clear water without making the slightest unnecessary movement. Every breath is carefully controlled. Every shadow is observed. When the target finally appears, hesitation is not an option. A single accurate shot determines success or failure. Miss the opportunity, and the fish disappears into the reef within seconds. Unlike commercial fishing, spearfishing requires exceptional physical endurance and remarkable underwater awareness. It remains one of the most selective harvesting methods, producing almost no unwanted catch. As autumn arrives across northern Europe, another seasonal harvest begins. Huge schools of herring migrate along the French coastline. Commercial vessels position themselves ahead of the moving fish. Once the school enters range, large trawl nets slowly surround the shimmering mass. The catch quickly becomes overwhelming. Thousands of silver herring pour across the deck in an endless stream. Workers immediately begin sorting and icing the fish before transporting them to processing facilities. For generations, this seasonal migration has supported fishing communities throughout the region. Our journey now returns to the icy waters surrounding Norway. Every winter, enormous numbers of Arctic cod migrate toward their spawning grounds. Fishing fleets from across the country gather to intercept them. Many crews continue using traditional gill nets, a method refined over countless generations. The process is straightforward. The nets remain suspended beneath the surface while migrating cod swim directly into them. Hours later, fishermen carefully retrieve every section. Large cod emerge one after another. The fish are removed quickly before the nets are reset for another cycle. Although modern technology has transformed much of the fishing industry, these traditional methods continue proving their value year after year. Not every treasure harvested from the sea swims freely through the ocean. Some remain hidden inside hard shells resting quietly beneath the surface. Pearls. Divers descend into carefully managed oyster farms where thousands of shellfish grow beneath floating platforms. Each oyster is selected by hand before being brought ashore. Inside specialized processing facilities, technicians carefully open every shell. Some contain nothing unusual. Others reveal perfectly formed pearls that have spent years developing inside the oyster. Every successful discovery is the result of remarkable patience. Nature cannot be rushed. From pearls, we return once again to one of the ocean's busiest commercial fisheries. Shrimp. Large trawlers tow specialized nets across carefully selected fishing grounds. After several hours, the cod end finally reaches the deck. As it opens, shrimp spill across the sorting tables together with various other marine species. The crew immediately separates the shrimp according to size and quality. Fresh ice preserves the catch before the vessel begins its return journey. Elsewhere, longline fishermen continue another highly effective technique. Miles of fishing line carrying hundreds of baited hooks stretch beneath the sea. Once enough time has passed, hydraulic reels slowly recover the entire system. Fish appear continuously along the line. Snapper. Groupers. Several species of tuna. Every successful retrieval demonstrates why longlining remains one of the world's most widely used commercial fishing methods. The ocean still holds even larger prizes. One of the most valuable is the legendary king crab. Massive steel pots rest hundreds of feet below the surface. Hours later, cranes begin lifting them toward daylight. Every trap represents a mystery. Some contain only a few crabs. Others overflow with enormous specimens whose powerful claws immediately command attention. Their impressive size explains why king crab has become one of the world's most sought-after seafood delicacies. The work remains physically exhausting. Each heavy cage must be rebaited before disappearing beneath the waves once again. While some fisheries depend on heavy machinery, others continue relying almost entirely on teamwork. On the beaches of Sri Lanka, dozens of people gather before sunrise. After a large seine net has been deployed offshore, everyone grips the ropes together. For hours, they pull steadily toward land. No engines assist them. Only human strength. As the net approaches the shoreline, excitement spreads through the crowd. Thousands of fish become visible inside the shrinking enclosure. Families work side by side collecting the catch into baskets destined for nearby markets. It is a tradition built upon cooperation rather than machinery. Farther east, fishermen in India prepare for another spectacular harvest. Working beneath the darkness of night, one crew member climbs directly into the sea to stabilize the enormous net while the vessel continues maneuvering around the school. It is dangerous work requiring complete trust between everyone aboard. Their determination is rewarded. When the net finally reaches the surface, several tons of queenfish surge across the deck. Nearby, another fleet targets vast schools of sardines. Once surrounded, the tightly packed fish create a dazzling wall of silver beneath the water. Moments later, they flood across the deck in extraordinary numbers. Not every valuable species arrives in massive schools. Pufferfish, for example, demand careful handling one fish at a time. Every catch requires patience. Every movement must be controlled. Despite relatively small harvests, their market value makes the effort worthwhile. Our final stop brings us to one of the world's busiest squid fisheries. As darkness covers the ocean, fleets illuminate the sea with rows of brilliant lights. The glowing vessels attract squid rising toward the surface during the night. Automated jigging machines begin working without pause. Line after line lifts fresh squid aboard. Workers immediately freeze the catch to preserve exceptional quality before sunrise. The operation continues throughout the night in a perfectly organized rhythm. Every successful harvest we have witnessed tells the same story. Behind every basket of seafood lies years of experience. Behind every successful catch stands a crew willing to face unpredictable weather, dangerous seas, and countless hours of demanding work. From ancient traditions preserved for centuries to cutting-edge commercial technology, the world's fisheries continue connecting people with one of nature's greatest resources. These remarkable harvesting methods not only feed millions of families around the globe but also preserve cultural traditions that have shaped coastal communities for generations. As one boat returns safely to port, another is already preparing to leave. The cycle never truly ends. With every sunrise, fishermen once again place their trust in the sea, hoping that patience, skill, and teamwork will bring another unforgettable harvest. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed exploring these incredible seafood harvesting techniques from around the world. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to support our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you'll be among the first to watch our newest videos featuring amazing fishing adventures, giant seafood catches, and fascinating ocean stories. Leave a comment below and let us know which harvesting method impressed you the most. Thanks again for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.